Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to episode 2 of Storytime with Trends. In the last episode, we went over the prologue of Wuthering Waves and we went through a lot of concepts and terms which they sprung upon us and the lore behind all of them. In this episode, we are going to focus on chapter 1. The city of Jinzhou is the highlight for chapter 1. Majority of what transpires happens within the city of Jinzhou. At the end of the prologue, we all arrived at the city of Jinzhou. And then we decided to split ways for the time being. Baiji went back to the research institute to check on our vitals. Yang went to take care of some documentation. And Chixia decided to show us around the city. Let's take a look at the vision we had of Sentinel Jue. Sentinel Jue is the guardian of Jinzhou. Each sentinel has its own representative that they commune with, a resonator chosen by them. Jue's resonator is Jinshi. She is the magistrate of Jinzhou. During the prologue, we had a small broadcast from our terminals which revealed Jinshi as the magistrate of Jinzhou. She was relaying a message which talked about the moon chasing festival and how the city of Jinzhou acts as a front line for the fight against the tacit discords. Now this is where things get interesting. She mentions that Jinzhou prioritizes hospitality above everything else, and that there's one special guest that she's been waiting for a very long time. This guest might be bewildered and confused at this time, but trust her when she says that this person is way more important than they think. She continues to give us a hearty welcome and invites us to meet her at the city hall. When we reach the city hall, we are asked to wait for Lady Sanwa. Sanwa is introduced as the next playable character in the story. She is Jinshi's bodyguard. She's very loyal and reliable, and she has a special ability, which is her resonance ability that lets her see other people's frequencies. With this ability, she can identify if the person they are actually seeking is in fact the person in front of them or not. She proceeds to give us a package prepared for us by Jinshi, which contains a puzzle which we need to solve. And on top of that, she takes our terminal and provides us maximum clearance to any area in Jinzhou. We take the tokens that we received in the package and head to the research center to meet up with Baiji. Once we are there, we ask Baiji if she knows anything about these tokens, but unfortunately she only knows something about one of them. Upon consulting with another weapons researcher who works there, she was able to get more information about the sundial as well. This weapons researcher is introduced as the next playable character and his name is Mordefi. There were 4 tokens in total. Mordefi is working on the sundial, Baiji is looking into the sugar candy, now there's a leaf and a fruit left which we have to solve. While waiting for Mordefi to take a look at the sundial, Baiji suggests that we enter a space called the sonorosphere. The sonorosphere holds a remnant energy. Remnant energy is pure frequency which contains information about past memories. And you can use the sonorosphere device to access these in a simulated space. Everything goes smoothly at first while we were fighting in the simulated space, but right as we were about to leave, shit happened.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
This cutscene is very important. The reason why is, if you pay closer attention to the subtitle at the end of the cutscene, when the tacit discord gets up, it reads, "Leave Mother." Did this tacit discord just call us its mother? Or is it referring to the entity who gave us our powers? Things just got interesting real quick, but more on that later. Let's get back to the problem at hand, which is finding out what these tokens mean. Mordefi lets us know that this sundial is missing a piece. Once we found that piece, we can take a look at the sundial and it will tell us the time and location based on where the dial is pointing. Baiji comes up with her own conclusion about the leaf and the fruit. The fruit appears to be a regular fruit, but the leaf on the other hand shows fluctuations in frequency. It's not a regular leaf, nor is it a tacit discord, but it appears to have been sampled from an area that was under the effect of a wave-worn phenomenon. Wave-worn phenomenon is all the anomalies that have ever started happening since the lament, the catastrophe. The upside down body of water which we saw in the first episode, which is the etheric sea, the retroact rain, the gravity loss, all these weird phenomena which is happening here, all of that combines to be known as the wave-worn phenomenon. And this particular area which is nearby experienced the wave-worn phenomenon a while ago, and this leaf appears to have been sampled from that area. We take all the information we received from the tokens and head on over to the location to find more clues. But as we are leaving, we are being followed by not one, not two, but 3 people. Act 2 begins with a confrontation at the main gate, where we are introduced to the next playable character, Master Jiangjin. Jiangjin is a trained martial artist and an experienced resonator. She was hired by someone to find their son who had left to the front lines despite not being a resonator. But the soldiers were not let here through due to the curfews placed because of the TD outbreaks. But fear not, we pulled out our master card, access card, which has the maximum level of clearance given by Sanwa herself to take Jiangjin with us. Along with Jiangjin, we head over to the battlefield. Once we are at the battlefront, we talk to the staff over there and realize they need some help. They are in desperate need of manpower. So we assist them in healing some people, helping the medics out there, and we talk to the people to figure out where that missing person Jianqin is looking for is. Eventually we do find them, and once we find them, Jianqin thanks us for our help and heads back to Jinzhou with that person. We continue to talk to other people to find more clues about the tokens which we received in our package, and oddly enough, when we talked to one of the guards about the fruit, he mistook it for a goddamn grenade. Which is very silly in my opinion, but hey, I guess this fruit looks like a grenade. After we get everything we need, we talk to Yang Yang about what to do next. But shit happened. Again. But this time, it's regarding somebody we already know.
General! Follow the Qinglong to war!
We see a short glimpse of General Jian at the battlefront, fighting against a bunch of tacit discords. General Jian is part of the Midnight Rangers, the same faction that Yang Yang is a part of. This is when General Jian is also introduced as a limited playable character in the game. And that's where Act 2 comes to an end, but I believe we are left with more questions than answers. We found a tacit discord who apparently calls us Mother. We still don't know who the hell we are, we don't know who that entity is, and we are stuck trying to solve a puzzle in order to be able to meet the magistrate. On top of that, we are being followed by 3 people. Well, at least one of them looks like they are on our side. I'm looking at you, Sanwa. You better not be part of the villain squad. Hopefully, the next 2 acts shed some light into at least some of these questions so that we are not completely left in the dark. But that is for another episode. Well, that's it for today's episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed Storytime with Friends, where I covered lore for Wuthering Waves. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to my channel as I'll be doing a lot of Wuthering Waves content and I don't want you guys to miss out. Once again, thank you so much for watching guys and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.